Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Director. Welcome to my channel. Generally, we work with the energy of the moon, but today we're doing the monthly reading, which means we are talking about where the sun is. And for you, the sun is in Libra. It's for Libra for everybody, but for you, it's in your 4th house. So it's in your 4th house of home and matters of the home, and so that's going to be a large focus. And then so that's where the new moon happens. The full moon will be happening in your career sector, so there might be a little balancing out act that needs to happen this month while we transition through this. But Libra's all about relationships too, and so that could be a thing. So yesterday I sat in meditation on everyone's sign and down at a lake. And so what I do when I do that, and anybody can do this, is I went there with the intention of doing this, and then I settled in. I took a deep breath, and then exhaled. And then I felt into the energy. What did I see? What did I feel? What did I notice? What did I hear? And so that's where I get the information that I'm using for today's overall. And so for you, the first thing I saw was a butterfly. So a butterfly is about transitions happening here in the 3D world. It is happening in your work life, in your relationships, in where you live, where you move. Something's transforming, something is changing. And then I heard the birds, and they were just chirping, like all these birds, all of a sudden, all at once, different kinds and everything. And so it seems to me like there could be an uptick in communication. And then a speedboat took off because I'm sitting on a lake, right? But it was like, the message was, I was like, what does that mean? And I heard things are speeding up, and I thought, okay, so things are speeding up. In Cancer, I know it's been kind of like this dragged out energy of like, oh my gosh, when is it going to happen? Because we started out with that new moon eclipse, and you thought things were going to start happening, and it's been like, I think I can, right? The wheels have been slow and moving and trying to get things going. And so now now we're up to speed. So things are going to start picking up, and you're going to start noticing more communication, more, that could be emails coming in with work emails from family, friends, so phone calls, whatever. That part's picking up, but I'm not sure what else is happening because there's definitely a transition happening because the next thing I saw were swans. And to me, swans are all about transition. But they caught my attention because they were also, I never heard swans before. They were like whistling to each other. So there was the communication, but to me, I feel like that was like, enjoy the transition. Communication, yes, and maybe you're communicating with other people who are also making some kind of a transition, so that could be a thing. But it was like, whistle while you work. Whistle through the so enjoy the transition as it's happening. Find the joy in it. Find the fun in it. Then a ladybug landed on the mat I was sitting on, and so ladybugs are about good luck. They're about divine timing. It's about opportunities coming to you. And so that was great. And there was a rock that really caught my attention. And I pay attention to the rocks all the time. Like that. But this one was really super interesting because it has all these layers. I don't know if you can see. So pressure. So something happens, and then something else happens, and it presses on it, and then more and more. And so I feel like it's been a building process. There's been pressure, and there's been building layers and layers and layers to create stability and to create structure. And also it's in this orange of the sacral chakra, which is feeling financially secure, and that's your sexuality, and it's that building of, so in the house of home, that would be feeling secure inside your home, that nesting feeling, that feeling of belonging, having a good emotional relationship. So that looked really positive. So I'm going to do the 9-card spread and some cards to go with it. And I wanted to offer the opportunity. There's only going to be 15 slots open because I'm limited on time. But for those 15 slots is about a 30-minute reading for $19.99. You will get personalized for you. So send me an email with your sun, moon, and rising if you know what they all are. And I will pull the cards you're going to see in this reading, but I will pull additional cards. The chakra insight to help you figure out which chakras you should be working on balancing this month. True love, because we're in Libra season and all the readings seem to be about love for this past week. Angels of abundance, because I think it's always good to have a really good idea of what kind of financial steps are next to take. The soul coaching cards. What does Spirit want you to know? What does Spirit want to tell you? And And I think I'll be pulling a postcard from Spirit also because I just saw that in my head. So that'll be added in. And then the dragon card because everybody's going through transitions right now as we're ascending. The world is ascending. So who can who could you call on to help you through the transition in the spiritual realm as far as the dragons go? And so those will be included into the reading. And so it'll take about 30 minutes. It might be a little more because when Spirit starts throwing me cards, I take them. So, but I'm going to do only 15 of those. All right, so let's get some overall energy for you. And I also want to remind you that the equinox readings came out today, and they are for $1.99. Those are general by the signs. And so you can order as many signs as you want. Send me an email. It's $1.99 per. And then I will email you the links to the unlisted videos on that. And so here's a shocker. You got the ladybird. They call it the ladybird. I don't know why it's a ladybug. But it's on a spiral. And what's really interesting about the spiral, it's about you going around and around, but on a higher level of ascending. Like you've been here before, but you're seeing things from a higher perspective with more wisdom and more knowledge to handle the situation. It says, accept happiness and good fortune. And I saw that ladybug yesterday. You have kangaroo, be a force for good. We all have superpowers. I used to tell my kids, use your superpowers for good and not evil. This is your opportunity. So in the region of your home and your career, this is an opportunity to really nurture people. So if in your career sphere, this would be, being that person that helps and nurtures people along in their career. At home, this is lifting your family up instead of through criticism and negative interactions, but instead looking for the positive, building them, helping them to grow into their superpowers, right? So be a force for good and not evil. And then, yes, you are transitioning. You are moving from one arena into the other. And it says be strong and be courageous. So this is a transition that's going to offer opportunities and good luck. Be a force for good and not evil. And be strong and courageous. Changes are happening. They are happening. I saw the butterfly. Things are happening. Things are speeding up. So being strong and courageous says to me that, it's going to require a little extra effort on your part. A little patience maybe. Especially when they want you to use your powers for good and not evil. So that being loving, being caring, being nurturing, and also a superpower for Cancer is your intuition. Look at this. The key to the situation is the ascent. You are spiraling up. You are ascending the mountain. You also see things from a higher vantage point, right? That's what that's telling us. Okay. These are really... Sorry, I have to feel into this energy. It's a little stuck. Are you feeling a little stuck, Cancer? Maybe you feel like this mountain ride has been really hard. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. Look, Spirit is saying you have all the tools at your disposal. You have the King of Forces. You have everything you need to create what you want to create, to control and to master. And I also want to point out, we have a storm brewing in the background, and we've got it's a small emotional water thing going on there, right? But it's kind of ripply. And so mastering your emotions feels very important. So we have the elk, and the elk is strength, and the elk is agility and paying attention to your environment and knowing when to make a move and when not to. It's wisdom and knowledge. I mean, he's not a youngster. He's not a youngster. We have the wolf. The wolf is very much a pack animal when it needs to be, but it's not afraid to be independent. It's not afraid to do stuff for themselves. And there is a rabbit. And a rabbit to me signifies financial abundance or opportunities to propagate, to create, to grow, to change. This could be in the area of the home. Oh my gosh, if you're trying to get pregnant, Yay! If you're not, watch out. Just saying. Just saying. And it also feels like a change of seasons. I don't know if you can see, it looks like the leaves there. And so I think this transition, this time of change, you are standing on the mountain. You have an opportunity here to really survey the land around you and make some choices and make some decisions. You're standing on the higher ground. You had to work hard to get there. And in the past, you were seeking guidance from your intuition, from your higher self, because we have the Akashic records, the Akashic field. This is that guidance and information and intuition coming to you. And so good for you. Good for you. And currently, what's on your mind? Fated meeting. The fated meeting shows up. And this keeps showing. I think this is like 3 out of 4 of the signs have gotten this so far. The fated meeting is about that time and that place that you agreed to meet up with someone, a soulmate, to do work together in this world before you incarnated. So you're thinking about this fated meeting. This is not in the arena of action. This is in the arena of thoughts. So you are thinking about this. When's it going to happen? Looks like summer. So, because we're talking about home and we're talking about career. So what are you going to need to let go of in the career space in order to create the environment that allows you to plant the seeds of intention for what kind of home you want to create? So, relieving the stress could be it could be as simple as that. It could be as simple as making the decision that on the way home from work, you are going to do something. You are going to sit in the car and deep breathe for a few minutes before you go into the house to transition from the work stress and be able to be available to your family. It could be something that simple, but it's relieving something in the work arena that is making it complicated for you in the home life, setting your goals of intention regarding the family situation and how you want that to roll moving forward. And that usually takes 6 to 18 months with a new moon to come to, what you want. So say, hey, if you're looking to get pregnant, the fated meeting here could be the child that you agreed to have before you incarnated. And if you got pregnant now, the baby would come in the summer. That would be crazy. Okay, here we go. In the arena of the heart, we have the architect. You have had some doubts about your ability to create what it is that you're trying to create. You have, because this is in the house of the mice. But here's the thing. The architect is pointing to this card, to the key to the situation, you taking the higher ground, you standing in your power, you surveying things from a higher perspective, seeing things from a higher perspective. Much like the ladybird, opportunities are coming to you. Being able to see them and recognize them is going to be very key. You have the King of Roses. This is focusing on your heart space. So in the future, I think focusing on your heart space and what you want to create and the emotional environment that you want to create, the partner that you want to create it with. You've had some difficulty healing from some kind of a rocky situation. This is in the arena of the mountain. But see, he's standing on a mountain. And this is in the past. This is the energy. And so calling on Saint Raphael to help you through the healing process, if you did that, or even if you just said, God, please help me, Saint Raphael would come then too, because you ask for help, that's when Spirit can step in. They can't come without your permission. And so I feel like you've been going through some personal healing, even though you've had some doubts about your ability to do things. Tapping into your intuition, asking for the healing, it looks like it's paying off. And yes, we have commitment. We have commitment. You are thinking, you're taking action steps for a commitment in regards to the family. I feel like people are getting pregnant. Okay, and in the future, look to the past. It's Uriel and the Sphinx. This is that innate wisdom that you came with. This is tapping into your Akashic records. Just because you're here now doesn't mean you shouldn't. That makes you have a clearer head, the ability to channel in more information, continue to do the work, continue to do the things that you've been doing to get you to where you are, because you have control of the situation, really, and things are working in your favor. So stay in the flow with spirit, stay in communication, make the commitment to yourself for the changes that you want to make in this arena to get you to where you want to go. It looks really nice. This looks really nice. Oh, but we're going to get some more guidance anyways. Why not? We're here. Okay. Look at this. It was about divine timing. It's about waiting. Oh, and it is the hand of fate. And this is creating the life that you want, making the decisions, deciding what it is you want to do. So, yeah, honestly, if anyone wants to get pregnant, now's a really good time. But this is also, feels like opportunities, like you've been waiting for things to line up to meet your soulmate, to be able to move things into the future. And again, it's a summer. So, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, we're looking at 9 months. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you could very well be looking at like 3 months. So, either way, looks positive. Look at all these beautiful colors. What do you want to create? What is this beautiful thing that you want to create? Okay, in the heart space, you need to let go of anxiety. What do you want to create? I think you're worried maybe a little too much about the waiting. You've been feeling like it's never going to happen. You're trying to build something. Stay on the higher ground and know that things are happening in divine timing. Things are going the way they're supposed to. And you stressing about it, if, for instance, you want to get pregnant and you're stressing about the timing on that, the anxiety actually makes it more difficult. So relax. There's a story I remember about this couple went to the doctor and they're like, I've been trying to get pregnant, and the doctor goes, oh, and he writes them a prescription. And when they read it, it says, go on a cruise. And they're like, that's the prescription. But what happened is they relaxed. They had fun. They weren't paying attention. It was romantic. They had lots of sex. And they came back pregnant. So just relax. Relax. If there is something you're trying to create around the family, maybe you're looking to make an addition to the house because we have the architect, or you're looking to start a new routine around the house, or whatever it is, being anxious about it, that creates stress that is not using your powers for good, right? So just relax and enjoy the way things are going. Allow it to happen in its own timing. So, you have the thinker for action. And we have happy. And I feel like saying, are you overanalyzing the situation? Just relax. I mean, which light would you rather be in? The gray cloudy light or the bright happy blue light? That's one thing. And the other thing, see the colors? How they match up with this, moving out of this into this. If I do it this way, will you see it better? So maybe you're transitioning from the overanalyzing, overthinking to allowing the serendipity of the moment to happen, to allow yourself to have the fun. And also when I look at this, what do I see? I see her sitting on the lower step and not on the higher step. And so maybe a higher perspective is needed. And Is there an opportunity that you're missing because you're too anxious and you're not seeing it? Because here she's on top of the world. So I really think the key to success is choosing to be happy. The key to success is allowing the happiness and the opportunities to come to you, because what does this say? Accept happiness and good fortune. Accept the happiness and good fortune that is coming to you. You know, things are changing. Communication, things are going to speed up, right? So enjoy the transition. Enjoy the in-between time, because all too soon, all this slow-paced, I wish I could get things going, you're going to be like, I wish I could have some of that time, because there's too much to do. So relax into it. Relax into it. Be where you are now. Observe what you see and feel. Okay, so if you're worried about money, this card came out. It was the Emerald. I know why this card came out. Hi, Kelly. Okay, it says, I earn unlimited income doing what I love. I am successful in all of my pursuits. It says, increase abundance in all areas of life. Cultivate authentic relationships. It also talks about finances. Okay, but so we have my body and mind are in balance. I am healthy. The Chrysocolla. Ooh, the rutilated quartz. I am grateful for the vital life force. Provides me with energy and motivation to live my life to the fullest. What I'd like you to notice is how much it looks like this stone I found. It's the layers. Pressure, yes. Layers, building, the architect. It's the steps. Putting the effort step by step. We have my emotions are balanced. I react to others in an objective, loving way. So we have balance coming out a lot with your releasing the anxieties, right? I think it's really important that you look for the happy in the moment. And I am healthy and strong thanks to physical movement and outdoor exercise. So I'm getting a lot of similar cards for a lot of similar. I've only done 4 signs, and I've seen 3 of these cards before. So lots going on here. So kind of feels like a theme of this month. It is Libra season. Libra is about being in balance with our emotions and our relationships. And so I feel like there's an extra emphasis on that. So relax. Let it, just go out and enjoy your life. And keep doing the work. And understand that the pace is going to be picking up soon. So be ready. All right? You take care. If you want one of the readings, be sure to send me an email. I will chat soon.